Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Calandra here, senior partner at Ramos Law. And let me tell you, one of the things I love, TV shows, movies about legal stuff, going all the way back to when I was a kid watching LA Law. That was one of my favorite shows. Played a role in me becoming an attorney. And today we're going to be looking at Courtroom TV show clips. From the hip.
Mr. Torkinson, how long have you known the plaintiff, Mr. Wilby?
Oh, approximately 12 years.
And over that duration, did you have an opportunity to form an opinion as to the character of the plaintiff?
I did, yeah.
Could you please state that opinion for the court?
You mean what I really think of it?
Your honest opinion, sir.
He's an asshole.
Objection!
You bet.
Okay, folks, so generally speaking, in a court of law, you can't really swear. It's supposed to be, dignified and professional, and judges are going to come down on you pretty hard for swearing in the courtroom. But let's see what happens here, and let's see what Hollywood does with it.
Sustained. The answer will be stricken.
Sidebar, Your Honor.
Sidebar? What for?
Because I want a sidebar. I respectfully request, Your Honor, that the answer be allowed.
What?
It should stand. It is relevant.
And it's offensive. Don't compound it, Counselor.
Your Honor, if I may, it is...
Tell the witness to rephrase the answer.
Well, that's just it, Your Honor. He can't. The word has a very distinct connotation. There's nothing else that quite captures it.
So those of you that don't know what a sidebar is, it's kind of what it looks like. It's the lawyers coming up to talk to the judge where no one else can hear what's going on. And so it can be potentially disruptive to a trial because the jury's sitting there wondering what's going on. Sometimes there's quite a few of those sidebars during the course of testimony. It can really break up the flow of things. That's what it is. It's a private discussion that's off the record and not necessarily being taken down by the court reporter, although sometimes it is taken down by the court reporter. It just kind of depends on the situation. So this kind of stuff cracks me up. You gotta love Judd Nelson here. He's basically saying there is no other word that compares to the word asshole that's going to really deliver the meaning that the witness is trying to convey. So let's see what happens next.
The word has a very distinct connotation. There's nothing else that quite captures it.
I object to you saying the president of a bank can't articulate his thoughts without using profanity.
What I am saying, sir, is that there aren't many words to describe the particular slime that your client oozes.
Objection.
Mr. Weathers, just where in the name of God do you think you are?
I think, Your Honor, that I'm in a place where every citizen can have his say.
Yes, but not in any way he wants to say it. Tell him to pick another word.
Like what? Deceitful? Dishonest? Conniving? They're all close.
Objection!
But asshole really fits. It's the only word that accurately describes the man, and we can demonstrate just that.
So he's not letting this go, folks. He thinks that asshole really is the only word that describes this guy. And you got to admire his enthusiasm and tenacity because he's going to keep fighting for his client here to get this word into evidence.
Everybody thinks he's an asshole.
Son of a bitch.
Well, that's good too.
Shut up! What the hell? Court's adjourned. In my chambers. Now.
So now the judge is saying, all right, enough of this sidebar stuff. We're going to get rid of the jury. We're going to go into my chambers, which is his office, just a fancy word for that. And we're going to straighten this out. So let's see what happens when they go behind closed doors.
All right, now, what kind of horse shit is this?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I can't tell you
Excuse
how
me, sir.
sorry I am.
Notice how the judge just used profanity? There's a certain irony there. It makes it kind of funny.
But, Your Honor, you know as well as I do that the word has a unique meaning, and my client has a First Amendment right to expression.
Give me a break.
Change the word.
Fine, give me the replacement. Give me one word that captures the same inference. One word. You name it, and I will use it.
Sure. Can you come up with a word?
Sure. Antagonistic.
Antagonistic?
With all due respect, Counselor, you're making defense's point for him.
I still object.
Oh, come on. I move for a hearing on the matter.
What? You want me to have a special motion on the admissibility of the word asshole?
Well, let...
You know, as an attorney, I could just live for the day where I get to have an evidentiary hearing on the admissibility of the word asshole. So basically, evidentiary hearing, which is what Judd Nelson has just requested, right? That means judge is going to come back into court and they're going to present evidence and testimony or whatever it is for the judge to be able to determine whether or not the word asshole is admissible. So it's kind of like a trial within a trial, basically. Not decided by the jury, probably not even in front of the jury, just the lawyers, the witnesses, any other evidence that's put forward, and the judge making that evidentiary ruling.
Let me have ass then. That's close enough.
What law school did you go to?
I'll agree to it, Your Honor.
You will? Why?
I don't want any interlocutory appeals.
What are you, a comedy team? All right. We'll hear it tomorrow. Just ask, though. We'll bring the jury back on Thursday.
That's okay with me.
Oh, good. What's this snot-nose doing in my courtroom anyway? You were scheduled for this trial, Duncan.
We had a trial run over, Your Honor.
I tell you what, I'm holding you personally responsible for his behavior. He steps out of line again, I'm going to hold you in contempt.
Me?
Yeah, you. It's going on your record. Any questions? Good. Get out.
So you don't want to be held in contempt by a judge. That's not a good thing. Could land you in a jail cell, could land you with a fine. And judges have that kind of power to issue those kind of contempt rulings, so you don't want to see that. Let's see what happens at this hearing.
No, wait a minute.
Get out.
The word appears in all kinds of literature, from dictionaries to sonnets. Look at these books. Shakespeare, Dickens, Hemingway, George Bernard Shaw, James Joyce, Lawrence, both D.H. and T.E.
Whoever wrote this is pretty brilliant, because you can see what happens here. Judd Nelson, he's got the entire table full of books, well-known stuff, famous stuff, whatever it is, all with the word ass in it, arguing, hey, this is why it should be admissible in a courtroom if it's okay to put in these books. So pretty clever. Let's see what the judge does with it.
T.E., Freud, Faulkner, Chaucer. But it's not good enough for Mr. Collins. He doesn't like it. Too harsh.
Mr. Weathers, please come out.
And face unpleasantries? Oh, I'll bruise.
Mr. Weathers, this court orders you to come out.
I'll come out, Your Honor, to face reality. But I won't stay out if you let plaintiff's counsel turn this courtroom into a fortress of censorship.
So that's his client, and the client loves it. As you later find out in the movie, the client just wanted to stretch this case out to make the other guys spend more money, because that's kind of jerky is. But pretty funny stuff. And ultimately, the judge does allow the admissibility.